losers. Beat some good players along the way. I think taking out Vicky Viper as well as Rakir, who are two very seasoned fighting gamers. I think Rakir got second at EVO in like Uni or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so beat him in KOF.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of Laudandus' main game right now, besides, I guess, Dota. But
he's been sort of like spreading his wings into other games over the last few years. Less melee, but he's still absolutely a killer. Like you mentioned, he got 4th last year out of 64 people.
And I got to say, running into a Samus is exactly what you probably want here, right? I think he's like a slightly rusty, you know, in terms of, but like, you know, that stock was perfection. No real complaints there. Not great DI from Zaylex on the down throw combos. You know, Samus probably shouldn't take 60 from a down throw at 0. That's like a little too much.
Yeah, it's true. Samus, like, very good defensive ability, even against Sheik, probably her worst matchup. And I'll say it, as a Sheik player, this matchup's real bad for her. But she still can definitely do some stuff. Like, you can make it actually super hard to actually hit the down throw follow-up. They'll have to be super frame tight.
Ooh. Zaylex falling past the ledge there. Yeah, you know, I mean, there's this kind of element to Combo Breaker, which is like, you know, some of these players, I mean, Laudandus would be one of them, although, you know, I think for Laudandus, he kind of acknowledged that he will probably place higher in Melee than KOF, even just, you know, because of legacy experience. But for somebody like Zaylex, you know, is he a Melee player, first and foremost? You know,
Maybe
who knows?
Not,
he might be a Street Fighter killer.
That's right, exactly.
No idea.
Might just be in it for a good time.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think that's kind of the cool thing about Combo Breaker. You know, we're talking about all the different fighting games here. This is actually, I think, the record for number of
That's right. That's right. It's never broken 200 before, and we're sitting just above 255. Though
for entrance?
Yes.
I meant number of games run at Combo Breaker. There's so many games that are made.
Well, yeah, not 255 games at Combo Breaker now. Maybe one day. Who knows? Maybe if you count all the mystery games, you could get up there. And all the arcade machines upstairs, too. Yeah, there's definitely actually 250 games in this building, I would bet.
Probably.
Laudandus taking game 1 pretty confidently.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, historically just a very strong player. Plus, NorCal historically is sort of a Samus, a region with many good Samuses. So
that's a good point. Yeah, I do feel like if you're even moderately old school and you're from NorCal, you've probably fought a lot of Samus.
Yeah.
Laudandus definitely has, and I think he's pretty good at this matchup.
Right.
So, yeah, he's not going to be surprised by much stuff. You know, even though he hasn't really been practicing Melee, you are seeing him do some of the new stuff, right? He is crouch canceling, get up attack, and then kind of walk up or dash up.
Oh, you know. Uses the jump there.
Yeah.
Gives up, actually.
Yeah,
could have grappled.
I almost wonder if Zaylex was like, oh, he's going to throw needles at me. Oh, my God, I got to dodge these needles.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, now I'm too low. You know?
Maybe didn't quite notice the lost jump. That happens to a lot of people.
Yeah, that does happen to a lot of people. You got to keep track of that.
Okay. Trying to get something started there with the forward smash.
Yeah, I mean, neutral in this matchup is pretty hard, I think, if you don't, like, if you just try to, you know, be patient and, like, try to let the Sheik mess up, like, probably nothing's going to happen. I feel like Samus needs to do something kind of daring and neutral. You know, you need to like read their jump with like an up tilt or something, or like catch their landing with like a wave dash back down smash.
Yeah, one thing that actually gets me a lot is when they read your jump out of shield with a nair.
With a nair, they can nair at you there. Yes,
that gets me really bad sometimes.
Yeah. But on the flip side, if you just stay in shield, you know, Samus is a really laggy nair. So then you can like nair it out of shield. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that, and that's kind of what I mean by like, as Samus, I think this is one matchup where, you know, in neutral, you can't really just let them come to you. Because Sheik's offense is too simple and just
needles
stable.
Are very powerful
needles
too.
Are ridiculous.
Yeah, if you give them the chance to charge them, it'll be real bad for you. Now, one thing I actually think is kind of funny is you can just crouch under that standing missile, like with Sheik. You don't even have to like shield it or anything. Yeah,
that's true. There's a lot of counterplay to missiles that I think, you know, or you can like hit it, you know?
Yeah, just jab it. That's like the Marth classic usually, I feel.
Yeah. Marths will jab it, you know, Spaceys will nair it.
Jumps right into the needle. Oof. That's going to do it.
That's a double 4-stock onto Zaylex from Laudandus. So, yeah, I mean, you know, kind of what we expected.
Sure, yeah.
I think if you're Laudandus, you're probably about as happy as you can get with your first round draw.
Yeah.
Because Samus isn't going to be the kind of character where you're like, oh, my God, I need to hit my tech chases or my crazy, you know, I need to move really fast. It's not going to be like a Fox or a Falco.
Oh, yeah. You get to take it real slow, just relax, and do your Sheik stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So that's I think that's pretty much a dream round one for Laudandus, and we'll see. You know, there's some pretty strong players in this bracket. I think Leffen is in it.
Maybe dropping, but we'll see.
Is Leffen dropping?
He may be. I heard.